What up, y'all? It's your boy JB, aka Spoken, and we are here with another episode of Unspoken Truth, a full one this time, episode 98. So we started Unspoken Truth in 2017, and now we are finally at episode 98. Y'all excuse me for missing out on a substantial amount of time. Your boy be having a lot of life stuff going on, making sure stuff is in check, and that's about it. Ain't too much more to the story, life shit. But let's get it on. Today's show is called Either My President or Civil War. Right now, we are in election season. Every 4 to 8 years, you'll see some people's behavior change, as they should. This is one of the few times when civilians will feel like they are part of something that can bring change to the government. And at the end of the day, the government and the people that work for them are going to do whatever they want to do because we can't make them do anything unless we all just came together and stood up against it as a whole. And these times, especially with Trump, old 45 in office, we don't really know what the outcome is going to be. All we know is that something is off. The energy is weird in the air, and we can feel that something is about to go down. Something better go down. What I want you all to keep in mind is that although something big is about to happen, just keep in the back of your brain that we, especially black people, are and were already in war. We're already in war. We're still in it. We've already experienced and still experiencing hell in this demonic system that still fails today to protect the safety of us. And keep in mind that the police were put here to protect businesses, not people, corporations, not individuals. That's what they really are here for. This is why unless you work for them or got major bread, they are responders to crime, not preventers. Why you think Daniel Cameron, the coon attorney general that's running around here from the Breonna Taylor case, why you think he running around here fearing for his safety? He works for them and also a business. Attorney General. It seems like the closer it gets to election, the more you hear things like, it's gonna be a civil war. Oh man, it's gonna be a civil war, brother. Strap your boots on, it's about to go down. Just the other day, I saw a few videos of white guys from the Proud Boys saying that it's gonna be a civil war, especially if Trump doesn't get reelected.
Proud Boys, it's a very inclusive, multiracial organization.
We're not brawlers,
Yeah.
you know, but we're there. Like we're just like the Marines. We're the first one come in when there's something happening.
He said, stand back and stand by. What did you take that to mean?
Basically, he says, guys, wait for my orders, and that's exactly what we're waiting for.
Yeah. So you're not violent.
If Trump doesn't get reelected, okay, there's going to be a riot. If he doesn't get reelected, this is when you're going to see civil war. We also follow Q. We have our chain of commands that give us our orders. My recommendation to anyone, stock up on ammo, get your...
I even hear black people say it as well. Diddy just said it the other day. Look, black people, this ain't nothing new. Don't let these words scare you silly. The only thing to do is prepare yourself for the worst, just like anything else in life. For all of what black people have been through, there should be no reason for any black person walking around in America not to have a strap. Hell, even if you're a convicted felon, I can't blame you for having it on you either. At least have folks around that are legit on paperwork to make sure they have that thing around. Cause you just never know, you hear me? You just never know. I've been saying ever since Obama left, and when Trump won, that these white supremacists from all groups, don't matter the name, are gonna turn up if they find out that America gave us a black man and a nigger boy for 8 years and not they boy. The American society that we live in today has been oppressing us for years and was built off of race. That's why you see it so blatant now, with all these Make America Great Again hats and merchandise flying around. There are white folks walking around right now that feel like it will be the end, and damn near their last shot to get their shit back, meaning the overt control to express their dominance. They're also cutting up because white people understand that their time is limited on Earth. By statistics, it shows that white people are dying at a faster rate than they're being born. So right now, they are swinging for whatever they can grab. This is why their behavior shouldn't be a surprise to any black person walking the face of the earth, especially in America. Period. It's like white supremacists be itching to let their side be displayed. That's why they are so bold with it nowadays. They are all on code. You hear me? They are all on code. They feel like that they have a small window to prove their point. And after that, if they don't get what they want, a lot of them won't even see any point in continuing to live and breathe. And it's funny how prior to Trump, A lot of people walking around talking about racism ain't here like that no more. That was back in the 50s and the 60s. You tripping. That racism don't exist anymore. Oh man, you acting old school. That stuff don't exist. All racists said that then, not too long ago. Even some of the older ones. Now you can't deny it whatsoever, because white supremacists have been letting folks know how they feel so much to the point that all you see now is people protesting and black people turning up with their ass. Crazy part about before Trump, this stuff was still going on. Trump just pulled the sheet off of white supremacy and said, just go ahead and show them your face. What is there to hide for? And let's be real. We live in a clout-chasing era where it's so bad, people will jump on anything that brings likes and views to the table. This is why everybody and their mama is jumping on board talking about this stuff, this black power stuff, this woke stuff now. So when you mix all that, this is how and why we've gotten to this frictional point that we're in right now. Look, I'ma just say this now. COVID-19 had everybody running to the store trying to stock up because they thought the food and cleaning supplies and other stuff were gonna run low. And in some cases, they did, especially the cleaning stuff. If COVID didn't teach you anything earlier this year, now is the time to stock up, because after this election, God knows what's gonna happen. I predict that people are gonna be cutting up so bad as far as rioting, protesting, abuse, killing, that the only thing you're gonna wanna do is get your money and go home. If we ain't never been on the same page as people, we at least feel that something is about to go down. So get your guns, your knives, get your binoculars ready, cause something gonna pop. I'm trying to tell you. Doesn't matter if Trump wins. The Republicans are people we cannot rely on. Doesn't matter if Biden wins. The Democratic Party can't be relied on as well. Can't trust neither of them, because they all have a history of failing us, especially black people. So at the end of the day, black people, this system was designed to fail you. When you were born, it was designed for your black ass to fail. You weren't here to chase the American dream and accomplish it all the way. It wasn't built for you. This is why we gotta work 15 times harder to get to where we at, just to fight for a seat. And a lot of us are tired of fighting for a seat. Shit, we want our own table. But depending on your career, you got to fight for your seat for the most part. Yeah, you may get certain benefits, but don't let that go over your head to play mind tricks on your focus. This ain't the time to be playing. Right now, we got everybody named Mama twerking at an all-time high. Just the other day, I was looking at my Twitter timeline from girls I've been following for years. None of them were about that life back then. Ever. Now it seems like every time I take a peek at my timeline, all I see is one stepping up to the plate trying to be like Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Shaking that ass. This is why a lot of people were disappointed and upset when they came out with the song Wet Ass Pussy. It wasn't like the song or visuals were bad. Hell, I like that ass shaking shit. But it was just bad timing, that's all. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed for putting that out there. And that's true. Now, it's not the time to be distracted or fooling around. It's either you on code or you not. It's either is or you ain't. Crazy thing is, a lot of black people don't take these things serious until it hit close to home. And then you want the world to say his or her name. Where were you when the signs were right in front of our face? Always. Now that one of yours is gone, you want to open your eyes now. I'm gonna let you know just how serious people are and how on cold white supremacists are right now. Just the other day, someone slashed 2 of my tires on my fiance's car. Lady spoke. It's a 2019, so the tires weren't completely flat because of the nitrogen that the tires carry. So I'm thinking that it wasn't that bad, so we hopped in the car to try to drive to the gas station to fill up the tires. Didn't even make it 2-3 minutes up the road. Both of them bitches damn near ripped off. We had no choice but to pull over. Now where I live, won't say the location, I live somewhere in the country. I got it that way so if anybody pull up, it'll be justifiable for me to get in that ass. Because nigga, what the hell you doing coming here out the way anyway? Coming way over here to me in the country. What you here for? So when we pulled over, it was on the side of the highway next to a mailbox. The mailbox was on the side of the road connected to a driveway that was about 1,000 yards from the house. We weren't technically on the house property, but whoever lived there could definitely tell that we were there. We sat and waited on AAA to pull up and assist. Within 30 to 45 minutes, I told my old lady, hey, I think somebody watching us through the window. Next thing you know, 10 minutes later, a pickup truck pulls up behind our car. White man with a cell phone already mounted in his dashboard recording us. So I told my old lady to record him as well, but don't make it seem too obvious. Y'all, I shit you not. This man sat in the car for at least 5 minutes, talking on the phone like he was sent there. Didn't make any sudden movements, but had a serious grin on his face. So I knew right then and there he didn't live there. Somebody had sent this white dude. Next thing you know, another pickup truck pulls up from behind, and that's when old dude got out the car. But before he got out the car, I saw him reaching for something, and you know what that something was. A strap. The second pickup truck was the owner of the house, and while the first dude was walking up to me, the second truck was side by side with him to make sure that he was covered just in case anything happened. So he walks up, but before he got to me, the first thing was said was, "Hey man, we got 2 flat tires, we ain't here to start no mess, no trouble, it is what it is." When they realized while we were there, the owner was like, "Oh, that's it? Well, I'm real estate." In the back of my mind, I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with anything? Alright. That's how I knew he was full of shit. He was just making up stuff that didn't make no sense, talking about real estate. So he drove off down his driveway and went into his house to watch. And his buddy stayed there and said, "Oh man, well I would have helped if I had known you had those type tires. Look man, don't listen to what the media has to feed you. White people ain't here to hurt you. White people ain't here to get you." And in the back of my mind, I'm on cold and on guard like, yeah, the fuck right. Righty Bob. So righty. So he went back to his truck and drove off. But that wasn't even the icing on the cake. Dude talking about white people ain't here to get you. Tell me why both trucks had MAGA Make America Great Again hats in the dashboard of the vehicles. Both vehicles. But white people ain't here to get us, huh? And we 2 black people in the country broke down. Don't play that bullshit game with me. The way they pulled up and the way the second truck made sure dude wasn't alone and stayed by his side, that was called being on code. Thing could have easily went left. Somebody could have easily been in a body bag or hurt, cause we was all ready to go. Thank God nothing happened. I'm saying this because even though white supremacy has been around for years, even now in these times, white supremacists know that black people will turn up just as much as they ass will. And they nervous too, just like us. They know they got more power, but them motherfuckers nervous too. This ain't the time to be playing and sleeping. Now is the time to get your shit together and be ready for whatever. Cause again, like I said, you just never freaking know. 1 minute things could be cool, the next bam, 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 shit gone south. So, to sum this all up, don't be expecting for neither party to have your back. And get your boots and your straps prepared for whatever. I understand our ancestors died for us to vote. I completely understand that. But at the end of the day, we have to use common sense. And these days, sad to say, common sense ain't so damn common. So you gotta bank on people not to get it. Whether they black or white, or whatever race they are, whatever walk of life they are. You gotta walk into situations with the mindset of, I have to think for these people because either they coons, white supremacists, or maybe they just don't plain know any better. They just don't plain fucking know.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
You ain't cut like that. You ain't cut like that. Little nigga, you really ain't cut like that. Sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali, Bob and Weave, Austin, Steve Austin, Stone Cold, Cold World. Sheesh. Bring the heat. BT ain't what it used to be. But tell me what once was. Still live in the past, cuz. Cloud chasing whack, cuz. Everybody say they wanna see a nigga come up, but the struggle we stand for. I let you tell it. You a rider. I can tell where your heart lay. Dark cloud over your head, you in a dark place. You ain't cut like that. You ain't cut like that. My nigga.